Granville T. Woods, African-American inventor. Born 1856, died 1910. Known as Black Edison, Granville T. Woods was an African-American inventor who made key contributions to the development of the telephone, streetcar, and more. Granville T. Woods, born to free African Americans, held various engineering and industrial jobs or establishing a company to develop electrical apparatus. Known as Black Edison, he registered nearly 60 patents in his lifetime, including a telephone transmitter, a trolley wheel, and a multiplex telegraph, over which he defeated a lawsuit by Thomas Edison. Born in Columbus, Ohio, on April 23, 1856, Woods received little schooling as a young man, and in his early years took up a variety of jobs, including a railroad engineer in a railroad machine shop, as an engineer on a British ship, in a steel mill, and as a railroad worker. From 1876 to 1878, Woods lived in New York City, taking courses in engineering and electricity, a subject that he realized early on held the key to the future. Back in Ohio in the summer of 1878, Woods was employed for 8 months by the Springfield, Jackson, and Pomeroy Railroad Company to work at the pumping stations and the shifting cars in the city of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. He was then employed by the Dayton and Southeastern Railway Company as an engineer for 13 months. During this period, while traveling between Washington Courthouse and Dayton, Woods began to form ideas for what would later be credited as his most important invention, the inductor telegraph. He worked in the area until the spring of 1880 and then moved to Cincinnati. Living in Cincinnati, Woods eventually set up his own company to develop, manufacture, and sell electrical apparatus. And in 1889, he filed his first patent for an improved steam boiler furnace. His later patents were mainly for electrical devices, including his second invention, an improved telephone transmitter. The patent for his device, which combined the telephone and the telegraph, was bought by Alexander Graham Bell, and the payment freed Woods to devote himself to his own research. One of his most important inventions was the troller, a grooved metal wheel that allowed streetcars, later known as trolleys, to collect electrical power from overhead wires. Wood's most important invention was the multiplex telegraph, also known as the induction telegraph, or block system, in 1887. The device allowed men to communicate by voice over telegraph wires, ultimately helping to speed up important communications and subsequently preventing crucial errors such as train accidents. Woods defeated Edison's lawsuit that challenged his patent and turned down Edison's offer to make him a partner. Thereafter, Woods was often known as Black Edison. After receiving the patent for the multiplex telegraph, Woods reorganized his Cincinnati company as the Woods Electric Co. In 1890, he moved his own research operations to New York City, where he was joined by a brother, Liatz Woods, who also had several inventions of his own. Wood's next most important invention was the power pick-up device in 1901, which is the basis of the so-called third rail, currently used by electric-powered transit systems. From 1902 to 1905, he received patents for an improved air brake system. By the time of his death, on January 30th, 1910 in New York City, Woods had invented 15 appliances for electric railways, received nearly 60 patents, many of which were assigned to the major manufacturers of electrical equipment that are a part of today's daily life. Citations are in the description.